Today we will start with the new chapter which is named interest. Now we all are familiar with this term interest. So this is interest is an amount, additional amount which the bank gives you for depositing money with that bank. So if there's someone X, Mr. Raj, has deposited, let's say, an sum of 10,000 or sum of 1,000, assuming sum of 1,000 with the bank for a period of, let's say, 3 years. Period of 3 years, and the bank gives interest at a certain rate of interest. So the bank, let's say, giving interest at 8%. At 8%, now there are two types of interest. Interest also is of two types: simple interest and compound interest. So you have to bear in mind simple interest, and the second interest type of interest is called as compound interest. So we'll try to study both in this chapter. So first we'll finish simple interest. So 8% simple interest. Okay, and this interest is added after a certain period of time. So it is calculated rather. So it can be calculated annually. So most of the time, 90% of the time, it is calculated annually. It can also be calculated half yearly. Then that is after every 6 months. It can also be calculated quarterly. There are how many quarters in a year? There are 4 quarters in a year. So it can be calculated quarterly, that is after every 3 months. It can also be calculated monthly depending on the system, depending on the bank. But 90% of the time it is calculated annually. Okay. Now, so this will be our benchmark. Annually will be our benchmark. So just for your understanding, if the interest is calculated half yearly, that is after 6 months. So in a year, how many times will the interest be added? The interest will be added how many times? 2 times. Okay. So let's take this variable as z. Okay. Just for your reference, I am saying. So z is over here what? 2. So the interest is calculated half yearly. There are how many half yearlies in a year? There are 2 half yearlies in a year. So this is a variable I am taking as z. Okay. If the interest is calculated quarterly after every 3 months, so there are how many 3 months in a year? How many quarters in a year? 4. So let's say the value of z will be over here 4. We'll use this in some program, some numericals later on. And monthly, so how many months in a year? The value of z will be 12. Okay, this is just for your understanding. You don't have to use it right now, but just later on in the programs we'll use it. So at the moment you can ignore it. You can ignore this part at the moment. Later on when I need it, I'll recall this. So at the moment you can skip this, not needed. Okay. So now we have these three main variables. So this is the sum of amount which we deposit in the bank. This amount is called as principal. It's called as, and the period for which the amount is kept is called as duration, that is number of years, called as. So we usually deal in years, right? So if they are given in 6 months, quarterly and monthly, we will still try to convert it into years. And this is called as rate of interest. Rate of interest. And now we will give them variables. This we will call as P, this we will call as N, and this we will call as R. So here let's write these three variables. P is 1000, N is 3, and R is 8. Now if he has kept the money, let's say today, that is on 14th July 2021. He has deposited the money 1000 for 3 years. So he'll be withdrawing the money on 14th July 2024, right? Now this 1000, some interest will be added to it. So this principal, some interest will be added to it. We don't know, we'll calculate that, and that will be this principal along with the interest will be given to him on 14th of July. This is called as the amount. This is called as the amount. So amount is the summation of principal with the interest which is being added. So we have to now calculate what will be the amount he will receive on 14th of July. Okay. Now in simple interest, the interest which is added every year is fixed, is the same. So if in the first year interest added is 100, second year also interest added will be 100, third year also interest added will be 100. So if I have first year, second year and third year, okay, let's take year as the column name. So if this is my year, so if the first year the interest added is some X amount, second year also the amount will be the same. This is simple interest. Second year also will be X, third year also will be X. If it was kept for 100 years, then after the 100th year, after the century also that amount will be X. So if it is 100 rupees in the first year interest, now this is the interest I'm talking about. And this we are discussing about which type of interest? We are discussing about simple interest. So if in the first year it was 100 rupees, second year also it will be 100, third year also it will be 100. So if he has kept for 3 years, the interest will be 300, and that 300 will be equally split. Am I understood? This is, I'm talking about simple interest. Okay. Now let's calculate the simple interest which you will get. The formula for simple interest is very simple. Simple interest is equal to PNR divided by 100. Okay? The very famous formula, P into N into R divided by 100. So in this case it will be 1000 into 3 into 8 divided by 100. So if I cancel these two zeros, so I am left with 10 on top. 10 into 3 is 30. 30 into 8 is 240. So total interest which he has got is 240. Now if I want to calculate the interest of the first year, second year, third year, just divide this 240 by the number of years. Divide this 240 by the number of years, which was 3. So he has got 80 rupees interest every year. So he has got, in this case, so if I take the question example, he has got 80 rupees interest in the first year, 80 rupees interest in the second year, and 80 rupees interest in the third year. So his interest total amounts to, after 3 years, 240. Okay, so what was his principal after the first year? So the amount, rather, if I calculate the amount, so the amount which he had, the principal which he had kept was 1000 rupees. Now after the first year, how much interest got added? 80. So what is the amount in the bank after first year? 1080. Now second year, how much interest got added? 80. Amount after second year? Okay, this was the principal, right? So let's keep it up. So after the first year, so if I write over here, after first year, interest got added 80, amount became 1080. After second year, then how much interest got added? 80. So amount became 1080 plus this became 1160. And after third year, amount got added, interest got added was 80. So the amount became 1160 plus 80, 1240. So this was the final amount he will get after 3 years. Am I understood with simple interest? Okay. Now let's come to this, what I meant by this when I use the formula of Z. Okay. Now, not always the interest will be calculated annually, right? So let's take one example. So this is the same. Now let's say, so first write the PNR over here. Okay. Interest calculated half yearly. Let's do it like this. Now what if they say half yearly? Now what in half yearly means there are how many half yearlies in a year, that you have to find. So here your half yearly, so that will be the value of Z, right? So over here when they say calculated half yearly, you got to ask yourself how many half yearly are there in a year. So the answer will be 2. That will assign to the variable Z. So the answer Z is 2. Okay. Now write the PNR. The P is 1000, N is 3, and R is 8. Okay. Now what we have to do over here is NM and RD. Remember this. NM and RD. NMRD. NMRD. So remember this abbreviation NMRD. So those who are football freaks can recollect these by Neymar, Ronaldo. Okay. NM and RD. So what we have to do is N will be multiplied. N will be multiplied by Z, and R will be divided by Z. This is what I mean by NMRD. And R will be divided by Z. So here NM means 3 multiplied by 2. So now the new value of N is 6, and RD 8 divided by 2. The new value of R is 4. So now the new values will be the one which we'll put in the formula. P is 1000, N is 6, and R is 4. Okay. Now put them in the formula, and now you will solve the. Now for simple interest, if you do this, the answer will be same as the previous one. The answer will be same as how we did 1000 into 3 into 8. We got 240, right? Divided by 100. So we had got 240. You will get the same answer. Okay. But just the calculation will be different. So let's solve using this calculation. So what do you have? 1000 Therefore, the interest will be 1000 into 6 into 4 divided by 100. So if I cut these two zeros, you are left with 10 into 6 is 60 and 60 into 4 is 240. Your interest is the same as 240. So I just wanted to show all if it is calculated half yearly, and if it is calculated quarterly, then if it is calculated quarterly, now what is the value of Z? There are how many quarters in a year? There are how many quarters in a Z? There are how many quarters in a year? There are 4 quarters. The value of Z will be 4. So you will multiply 3 by 2. So this will become 3 into 4. This will become 12. This will become 8 divided by 4. This will become 2. The answer will be same. 1000 into 12 into 2 divided by 100. 0 0 cancels. 10 into 120 into 2 is 240. Okay, like this. Even if they give you calculated, and if they don't give anything, then you have to assume it is calculated annually. If nothing is specified, the default is calculated annually. And if they will give you something else, then you can calculate it like this. Understood? So this is what I wanted to share it. This is why I had discussed this logic of Z initially. Now this is your simple interest. Okay, there's one more formula directly to calculate the amount in simple interest. So what is the amount after 3 years? This is the interest, right? 240 is the interest. So what is the amount? 240 plus, where did I write that? Okay. So if the interest is 240, then the formula for amount is, so there's one formula for amount is P plus I. This is one formula. So the P was 1000 and the interest was 240. So amount will be 1240, right? This is formula 1. Now there is one more. Now there is one more formula that is called as formula 2. That formula 2 for simple interest, to calculate amount directly, is A equals to P brackets 1 plus Rn. Okay, this one is for the whole, so you can take it over here. 1 plus Rn divided by 100. And we can close this bracket over here. So this 1 is for the whole thing. 1 plus Rn upon 100. So if you, by this formula, if you try to calculate the amount directly, you will get the amount. What is the P? Your P is 1000. Okay, 1 plus R into N. So what was the R into N initially, which when we had done this? R into N is what? 3 into 8, right? Or 8 into 3, whatever. So 8 into 3 divided by 100. Okay, so this you can take up like this. So that will be equal to what? 1000 1 plus 24 by by 100, right? It is by 100. By 100. 1 plus 24 by 100, which is equal to 1000. 1 plus 24 by 100 is 0.24. So which will be equal to 1000 into 1.24, which will be equal to 1240. 1240. So like this also you can calculate directly the amount. Now once you have got the amount, you can calculate the interest also. So if the formula for amount is P plus I. So now you have got the amount. What is the amount? 1240. You have got the principal 1000. So what is the I? Plus I. Now just transfer this over here. 1240 minus 1000 is your I. So your I is 240. Likewise you can do it whichever. So if they have given you PNR, so when to use which formula? When to use formula 1, when to use formula 2. So if in the question given is PNR and told to find I, told to find simple interest, then you will use formula number 1. And if they have given you the amount along with few more identity, along with the number of years and rate of interest, and then if you have, they might tell you to find P. So if the amount NR is given and told to find P, or the amount N and P is given, told to find R, or the amount P and R is given, told to find N. So in whichever case the amount is given, then you will go with this formula. This is the second formula. Formula 2. The formula 1 was over here. This is the formula 1. But formula 1 is of interest, right? Formula 1 is of interest. So okay, the formula 1 to calculate the amount is calculate the interest and then add it to the principal. This is the formula 1 to calculate the amount, and you can calculate the amount directly also. So this was all about simple interest. So the interest added is the same every year. This is what we had discussed. Okay, now let's go to compound interest. Now compound interest is a bit complex compared to simple interest. What happens in compound interest is, so if the money is kept for 3 years, the first year, second year and third year. So if the money is kept for 3 years, first, second and third, so what was the amount we had, what was the principal sum we had kept in simple interest? The principal was 1000. So what happens over here, and what was the number of years? 3, and rate of interest was 8. What happens over here in compound interest, the interest of which is being calculated in the first year, that is added to the principal for the next year. Okay, I'll explain this. So let's calculate the interest for the first year. So let's take N as 1. So if I, for the first year, what will be the interest? 1000 into 1 into 8 upon 100. So it will be how much? 80 rupees. So this is the interest. Now this 80 is added to the principal, and the principal becomes principal plus interest. So now what are the principal for the first year? Principal for the first year was 1000 rupees. Principal for second year will be this interest is added over there. So this principal will become 1000 plus 80. Principal is 1080. Now for second year the interest will be calculated on 1080. So let's calculate it for second year. 1080 into 1 into 8 divided by 100. So let's calculate this. 1080 into 1 into 8 divided by 100. 86.4. This is what? 86.4. Now if you remember in simple interest, the interest for every year was same, but now here the interest is varying because here the principal has changed. Now what will be the interest for what will be the principal for the third year? Principal for third year will be P equal to P plus I, that will be equal to 1080 plus 86.4. So the P for the third year will be 1080 plus 86.4, which is 1166.4. Now on the third year the interest will be calculated on this. 1166.4 into 1 into 8 divided by 100. So what will it be? 1166 into 8 is this, divided by 93.3 becomes what? Now if you see, the interest is every year is being increasing, right? So 80 and 86.6, the difference is, the increase is by how much? Increase by 6.4 rupees. Here what is the increase? 93.3 minus 86.4, 6.9. The increase is by how much? 6.9. So every year the interest will keep on increasing. 93.3, right? So now what will be the amount he will get after the third year? Amount will be 1166 plus 93.3, 1166.4, right? Plus 93.3. So that will be how much? 1166.4 plus 93.3, 1259.7. This is the amount you will get after the third year. Now if you compare this with the simple interest, the amount he was getting was 1240, and in compound interest the amount he is getting is 1259. There is a difference of 19 rupees. The difference of 19.7 rupees more he is getting on compound interest. Understood? So here what happens is, the interest of the first year is added to the principal for the second year. Now the interest of the second year is added to the principal of the third year, and so on and so forth. So this is how you can calculate it year wise, but you also have a formula also in this. Like how we had a formula for calculate amount in simple interest. To calculate amount in simple interest, we had A equals to P bracket 1 plus Rn upon 100 This was the formula to calculate in simple interest. In compound interest, the formula is more or less the same, but with some difference. P 1 plus R upon 100 R upon 100 raised to n. This is the formula. This all raised to n. Now if I calculate this, in this case P is 1000. If I take this example, P 1000, n is 3, R is 8, and calculate the amount, so you will see amount equals to P is 1000, 1 plus what is the rate of interest, 8 by 100, right? 8 divided by 100, and the whole raised to number of years is 3. Okay. Now first solve the bracket. So 8 by 100 becomes 0.08. 1 plus 0.08 raised to 3 into 1000, right? Now 1 plus 0.08 becomes 1.08 raised to 3 into 1000. What is 1.08 raised to 3? 1.08 3 times, multiply 1.08 multiplied 3 times, 1.08 multiplied by 1.08, 1.2597, 1000 into 1.2597. Now if I open this with 1000, will give me 1259.7, which is the same over here, which is the same amount I got over here. So like this also you can calculate the amount. This was what? Amount. So A equal. Okay. Now there is one more formula. If you wish to calculate how much interest was added after every year. So 80 was the compound interest added in first year. It is in second year, and this was the compound interest added in the third year. So if you wish to calculate how much compound interest was added in a particular year, for that also we have a formula here. This is the formula to calculate interest added in a particular year. So the year is the n. Year is the n. So here if I wish to calculate interest of second year, so in the second year how much interest was added? In the second year how much interest was added? 86.3. So what is the value of n? So here n is how much? 2. And the PR we all know. What is the P? 1000, and R is 8, right? And n is 2, because I want to calculate the interest added after the second year. Now let's put them in the formula and check. So interest added after second year is PR. That is what? 1000 multiply by 8 divide by 100 into 1 plus r by 100, which means 8 divided by 100 n minus 1. So if n is 2, 2 minus 1 gives you 1, and I think anything is to 1 is the same number. Let's calculate 1000 into, okay, now let's cut wherever possible. So these two zeros cut, these two zeros cut, so here I am left with 80. I'm left with 80 over here. Okay, now first let's divide first. So this will become 1 plus 8 on 100 is 0.08, and anything is to 1 is the same number. Anything is to 1 is the same number. So a raised to 1 is a. Okay, so if I say apple raised to 1 is apple. Virat raised to 1 is Virat. Anything raised to 1 is same number. Anything raised to 0 is 0. Virat raised to 0 is, anything raised to 0 is 0. So a raised to 0 is, a raised to 0 will give me 0. So anything raised to 1 is the same number. So 1.1 raised to 1 is 1.1 only. So now this will become what? 80 multiplied by 1.08, because 1.08 raised to 1 is the same number. So what is it? Now just check. 80 multiplied by 1.08 will give you 86.4. Will give you 86.4, which is right. 86.4 was the interest added after second year. So this is the difference between simple interest and compound interest, and the Z logic applies over here also. Z logic applies over here also. So if they ask compounded half yearly, compounded quarterly, then you can do it. So if they say compounded half yearly or compounded quarterly, then you know what to do. In half yearly, the value of Z is, half yearly value of Z will be 2, right? Because there are how many Z's in a, there are how many half yearly in a year? 2. And quarterly, the how many value of Z will be 4. And then what we have to do? Neymar, Ronaldo, Neymar and Ronaldo. Multiply, the n will be multiplied and the r will be divided. So n will be multiplied by Z and r will be divided by Z.